This time on Reload Explode, we go deep inside the Explosion training camp, where not everyone that shows up makes the team.
All right, we've got a lot of guys play here, move on to bigger and better things. But at the same time, it's a high level of football. So don't take it personal if today is not your day.
It's a problem this year for Cats, man. Everybody in the league, every opponent that gets the Explosion, done for.
You're watching Reload Explode on MaddyGTV Sports. It's the first day of training camp for the Erie Explosion. A day that head coach Coach Liotta and his staff reserve as an open tryout before assembling the final team that will be invited to orientation.
Diamond in the rough. We're looking for that diamond in the rough. We're going to find somebody that maybe slipped under the radar. Maybe it's a local guy. Maybe he's stocking shelves at the local, grocery store or something, and he's got a dream to play football, and he's got ability, and hopefully we can find him today.
Long known as a coach that wins championships and moves players up to bigger leagues, athletes have come from all over the United States for a chance to play professional football under his guidance.
Fresno, California.
Long haul.
Yep.
How was the flight up to Erie?
Well, my flights got canceled early in the morning, so I wasn't able to get out on time, but 12-hour trip turned into a 28-hour trip. So, it's a tough process, but, I'm here. It's all that matters. Just ready to play football.
It's nice to, especially like a tryout like this, it's pretty much the last chance for somebody to, show up and, get a roster spot. So it's kind of cool when you see young guys out here trying to get a spot. I mean, might be a local guy, he might have drove 3 hours, 5 hours to get here just to try out. And he may stay for a while, you never know. Might be here 4 or 5 months from now, might still be here. So I came up here 5 years ago and I haven't left.
You want to be here, you want this, obviously you want to advance your career. All right, we've had a lot of guys play here, move on to bigger and better things. But at the same time, it's a high level of football. So don't take it personal if today is not your day. All right? Next year might be your time. Another team this year might be your time. It just might not be here. So if this is your dream, don't let this stop you from your dream, is basically what I'm telling you.
And practice is intense. Starting the season as undefeated champions seems to weigh on everyone in the room, except for one.
That's what we do. I mean, this is why we play, why we coach. We want to play the best competition week in, week out. So we fully expect that. We know we've got a target on our back. We know every team's gunning for us. If we play, I firmly believe with the talent we have, if we play to our best of our ability, nobody can beat us.
After 15 to 20, he's going to go all the way. 10, they let him run right by.
And lately, winning is what this organization knows best. Of the 12 games played during the 2013 season, the Erie Explosion would win every one of them, including a highly contested playoff series that would pit the Erie Explosion against the top-seeded Saginaw Sting, in a game that would come down to just 1 point.
2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line. The give is to Stokes. Stokes stays on his feet. Stokes is in the end zone. Touchdown, Erie! What a run by Richard. Touchdown, Stokes. McQuiston will snap it. Terry Jackson will hold it.
Erie can take the lead with under 2 to go.
Jackson gets another bad snap down, and Sean Rouser drills it. But Terry Jackson deserves kudos on that one. Matanka, keeper, falls forward to about the 11-yard line, and that is it. The band of brothers have done it. The Erie Explosion win the 2013 CIFL Championship. It's the first indoor football title in the city of Erie, Pennsylvania.
But that was then, and this is now.
Here we go.
With only a handful of players returning, the coaching staff of the 2014 Erie Explosion is faced with building a brand new team. It's a challenge that is not lost on anyone.
Our goal, 2014, is to win the championship. That is all this is about. Okay? And you guys are in a unique position because we were undefeated last year. But more than 75% of you weren't here. So you're not the defending champions. You guys are going to be saddled with that, but you're not. That was last year's team. This is this year's team. I don't care about 12-0. I care that we win the last football game of the year and we hold the trophy up. So our goal and what we work towards is getting to the position where we're playing our best football at the end of the season. It's a process. We were fortunate last year that our process took us to 12-0. We got a lot of breaks along the way. That team gelled together tremendously. Last year's team wasn't our most talented team I've ever had. I've been doing this a while. I've had some great teams. We've had great seasons. We've made it, into the playoffs and far in there, and we haven't won it. Last year was the first year we won it. Last year's team wasn't my best team. It wasn't my most talented team. But that team worked together extremely well, had high character individuals. Guys executed the plan, guys learned, guys listened, all those kind of things. And you get breaks along the way. That's how you win a championship. All right, so our goals are win the championship, first and foremost. There is no other goal. And everybody says target's on your back. Everybody says you're the best. That's fine. You want that. The bar is set high. You don't want to fly under the radar or be a surprise team. I want to be the best team. When we go into everybody's arena, I want them to say the defending champs are here.
You're watching Reload Explode on MaddyGTV Sports. The Eriesistables are the official dance team of the Erie Explosion. It's 8 weeks before the home opener, and Coach Mindy Fulcher, along with team captain Jewel Williams, are holding the first auditions for the 2014 team.
I'm going to teach the girls the dance and then break them up into groups, and they'll perform it for judges. They'll have a little bit of time on their own. They also need to come with 6 8-counts of choreography that they made up on their own. They can perform that as well. I'm looking for mostly, you can kind of tell if girls have a good attitude and are hardworking. Showmanship's really important, smiling. We obviously do want to see good technique from dancing. So the more dance experience you have, the easier that'll be.
Every game it's a new dance, and it's a new theme, and completely different than the dance before it. Like Julia said, I'd rather have a girl that's more dedicated than the perfect dancer that lacks dedication. I'd rather have someone that's going to come in, ask questions, let me teach them the style that I want them to have, versus coming in thinking that they know everything and don't think they need to put in the hard work that everyone else does.
And the pressure is intense. Making the team means performing in front of thousands of fans. The standards are high, and not everyone makes the cut.
It's still, even though it's scary, even though I've been through this plenty of times, I still get nervous, oh my God.
And we were all saying in the hallway, if you miss one little piece of the dance, you forget the rest of it.
You just goes.
Right.
The song is it's every verse is familiar with each other one, and I just
right.
You don't know which part you're at.
I know, and then when I get home, I'm gonna remember it like that.
First auditions. What's gonna happen if you can't pick your team today? What if one girl shows up? What do you do then?
I have that fear because of the snow. Actually, it makes me really nervous. Years past, we've done a video audition, for people that have to work and can't come. I believe we're having 3 videos sent in today, though. Guys, looks like we got a video audition. All right. Hello, my name is Christy Dunham. This is the dance that I choreographed for the 2014 auditions and had a friend at my gym shoot for me. The video is a little shorter than I planned, but hopefully this gives a pretty good idea of skill level ability. Sorry it's a little late. I also have a bio that I can send along with answers to the questions, plus a selfie for the headshot. Thanks, Christy. For the first one, just give her a 3.
Congratulations to y'all on the Eriesistables this year. Yay!
Wait, we're all of us?
What's the best part of what you do as the coach for the Eriesistables?
Dancing. I love it. And I love that I have something to go to post-graduation. Like, there's an adult dance team that I can still be a part of. I didn't have to give up dance once I graduated Gannon. Like, because I danced all the way from kindergarten through my senior year of college. And then, you know, a lot of cities don't offer this type of dance. This is what I wanted to do when I started 8 years ago. I wanted to be exactly where I'm at. I'm able to coach, I'm able to be around a ton of girls that I get along with, like family. And I mean, years after we're all done dancing, like we still all get together. So it's great. You build like lifelong relationships.
It's day 2 of training camp, and the coaching staff has split the team into offense and defense to begin breaking down the playbook and focusing on strategy. Head coach Coach Liotta spends his time with the offense players, while his brother Jeremy focuses on building the defense. There's a camaraderie you would expect from brothers who grew up in athletics, now coaching 2 sides of the same team. What is less apparent from the outside is their very different styles to leading and coaching players.
If you're going to check release when we go over protection, what you do, running back, you are our O-linemen, unless we game plan it otherwise, their job is to keep the quarterback clean, not you. Your job is to watch for a blitzer coming who's going to come from 5 yards deep.
While Coach Liotta tends to take a direct, no-nonsense approach in teaching the system he built by hand, Jeremy's style is prone to be louder and more emotional.
We gotta get through a lot of stuff, but we don't watch film. You know, we'll watch film defensively, but we're not doing no PowerPoint presentations or none of that shit. We're looking at it. We're gonna do it. That's how we run our D. Pressure the quarterback. Get hits on the quarterback. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. We walk into an arena. We gotta have an attitude about us on defense. Okay? We gotta have an attitude. I always allow my defense. You can ask anybody that's played with me. It's played for me. I allow 1 personal foul per game. If you gotta set the tone with the hit, like I'm being serious. If you wanna set the tone on defense, I don't care if it's a shot on a quarterback. I prefer it be a shot on the quarterback. Nothing too crazy, but let them know we're here. Let them know we're here. You gotta set the tone. I'm gonna tell you the definition.
So you gotta look it up? That tells you something if you gotta look it up on your
Hang on a minute. No, I just want to get the proper definition.
It means angelic.
No, it doesn't mean angelic. This is what cherubic means. Having the childlike innocence or plump prettiness of a cherub. Around cherubic face.
Look up. Wait, hold on. Look up husky in the definition of the picture.
It might. Take after the big bro.
When we come back, the Explosion defense puts the pads on for the first time as practice gets physical.
I mean, it gives us a chance, the young guys that are in camp trying to make the team, gives them a chance to show what they got physically. You know, you can look good with speed and getting around the edge, but it's a physical league. You know, you don't got nowhere to hide in arena ball.
And we go behind closed doors, where no player has ever gone, as first cuts are just a day away.
We got to find the 25 guys who are going to make this roster. I mean, and there's a lot that goes into it. A lot of it's positionally. We might have 12 guys at receiver. Well, we might only keep 5 or 6 of those guys. So half of those guys are going to go.
You're watching Reload Explode on MaddyGTV Sports. It's day 3 of training camp, and there's a noticeable tension in the room. The coaching staff make their final evaluations prior to cutting the 40-plus players who made it to camp, down to the 25-man roster that will suit up for games.
I don't owe you nothing, okay? I owe you nothing, all right? Meaning, I don't care if you're local. I don't care if you played last year. I don't care if you came 48 hours on an airplane to get here. When I make that decision, I make that decision. It does not matter to me. I don't take that into account.
If you give us the best opportunity to win football games, you're going to be on the field. If you don't, you're not. Like that's the bottom line. I can't say it any more clear. If you do make the team and you do get in the lineup, you can't get comfortable. Like, especially if you're a first-year guy. If you get the brakes beat off you week 1, I'm finding someone to replace you. Like, I'm just telling you that right now. Like, I'm finding someone to replace you. You can better believe that if things don't go the way I want them to go on that Sunday, someone will be new in camp or in your spot on Tuesday when you come in. That's the way this works. This is not high school football. This is not college football. Nobody's on scholarship.
Number one, no, listen. Number one, I'm going to see what you guys are going to look like in a game situation when you're tired, fourth quarter. And for the most part, we looked all right. We looked okay. You know, there's just a couple things I want to touch base on with a couple guys. DBs, you cannot get beat on the deep route this early in camp. At all. You cannot do it. That's what gets you cut. I'm just being honest with you. You cannot give up that route. Our head coach sees that. He's asking me what the hell's going on. We can't have that.
Everybody's talking about cuts. Everybody knows this week coaches are looking extra hard. What are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for guys that can just flat out make a lot of plays. You know, today we mixing it up a little bit. We got some guys that's going to be putting on some pads, and they're going to be getting a little physical. So we're looking for guys that's more physical than our opponents are going to be. You know, looking for relentless guys that just won't give up.
To hit! Come on! Whoa! That's all right! To hit!
They're scared of you guys. That offense is scared. They're over there just sitting there. They're scared of the defense.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
They're scared to work. They're scared to work.
Come on,
they see you guys flying around. They're scared to work.
Come on,
come off the ball hard.
To hit! Come on, go!
Go, there you go, there you go. Good.
5-0.
Yeah, they're working hard. That's why they're the best in the league. They work their butts off. They train. They play. Blood, sweat, and tears. You know, whatever it takes, they work together. They're an exceptional group of young men.
Who do you think hits the hardest?
It's hard to say. I mean, they're all big and strong. They all coming hard at every play. So it's a bad collision for anyone.
Good work. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock meetings. Guys have the pads. Bring them back tomorrow. Make sure we got them here tomorrow, ready to roll. We got one more day, and then we got a day off, and then back at it. All right? Keep getting better. What we talked about, don't do something to get yourself cut. So don't do some stupid shit off the field, all right, that's dumb, because you will do that. Makes my job easier, all right? Some guys, I wish maybe a couple guys would do that. Makes it easier for me, and I'm just kidding.
That's good.
All right? But get in, if you're not 100% sure where to line up, if you don't know how to align, if you don't know what the coverage is, you better figure it out pretty fast. Because mental mistakes, this is a mental game. You gotta know what the hell you're doing, right? If you don't know what the hell you're doing by we get to day 4, 5, 6, that's when you gotta go, all right? Break it down.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, here we go. It's gonna be player personnel meeting. Go over this. Talk about where we're at. We're getting near the end of the road with these guys. All right, got a lot of tough decisions to make. The bottom line is we've got to not only get the best players possible out of this group and cut it down, but we got to make sure it fits with the business end of this deal, which is the housing situation. We have to make sure we fit in with housing numbers and who's local and who fits there. So a lot of times that comes into play with if a guy's close on the bubble. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go down this. I'm going to go position by position, all right? And I'm going to actually ask, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm feeling, and then the guys that have worked with that position, I'm going to ask you kind of for some input if maybe I missed something or I didn't see something or you feel strongly about a guy. Obviously, if you feel strongly about a guy one way or the other, let me know that. You know, everybody's opinion obviously is always valued. It doesn't mean I'm going to go off it. Ultimately, I'm going to make the final decision, but I will certainly take that into consideration with what we're going to do. We will release guys tomorrow, okay? Hey guys, good work, man. Good work.
somebody got to go home. Feel good to meet all y'all, man. It's ballers out here, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it stop here. So if you're not here, don't be down. Keep working. Keep working. Let's give it up for the man who got us here. Hats and rags. Whose Father?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. God's kingdom, power, glory, forever and ever. Amen.
But ultimately, I got to do what's best for this football team, what I feel is the best thing. If you're on the roster, we believe you can play. If you're on the roster, I will do my best to make sure we get you out there to get film and get what you want to do. But you got to earn that.
Next time on Reload Explode, the Erie Explosion head to Kentucky to take on Jared Lorenzen and the River Monsters, a team no one expects them to beat.
We'll play 2 days close. We play to win, that's what we do.